Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're tackling something really key for all you PPL holders working towards that EASA BIR. You know the drill. Clearance delivered, read back complete. But what happens when the radio just goes silent?
Yeah, it's a big one. And we're focusing on the practical side today, what you actually do in the cockpit of your typical GA plane like a Cessna.
Exactly. Not just theory, but real-world application. So IFR comms. Where do we start?
Well, it's absolutely foundational, isn't it?
Yeah.
Standard ATC communication, it's not just about ticking boxes for an exam. It's genuinely the bedrock of safety, especially when things get busy up there in IFR conditions.
High workload, yeah.
That's when clarity is everything.
Precisely. It's about making sure ATC understands each other perfectly. It's non-negotiable for real-world flying.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. Clearances. What makes an IFR clearance, well, work? What are those core bits?
Right. The absolute key is that every single clearance has to be 1, fully understood by you, 2, read back clearly, and 3, flown exactly as instructed. Sounds simple, maybe, but tricky under pressure, I bet.
That's it. Discipline. And that's where mnemonics help. We often use CREAF for a standard IFR clearance structure.
Ah, CREAF-FT, good old CREAF. Walk us through it quickly, but maybe highlight what's the bit pilots sometimes fumble.
Okay, good point. So C, clearance limit. Usually your destination airport, maybe a VOR short of it. Our route, this is the one.
The route, why that one?
Because it's not just about hearing the waypoints. You've got to visualize it on your chart as ATC reads it. Mentally fly it right then. See any tricky bits, busy airspace. That proactive visualization saves headaches later.
Good tip. Okay, what's next?
A, altitude. The levels or blocks you're cleared to. F, frequency, who you talk to next. And T, transponder, your SWAT code. But yeah, really focus on visualizing that route.
Makes sense. Visualize the R. So CRAFT gives us the structure. But why is sticking to standard phraseology so important beyond just getting the clearance right? Especially, like you said, when things get stressful.
It's all about removing ambiguity. Standard words, standard structure mean the same thing to every pilot and every controller everywhere. It builds this shared understanding, this mental model. Under stress, that's your safety net.
So confirming everything is key.
Absolutely critical. Initial clearances, definitely. Altitude changes, route changes, holding instructions, always confirm. What this means in the cockpit is just clarity. Fewer mistakes when you're busy. Examiners look for that precision, sure, but up there, it's what keeps aircraft safely separated.
Right. Clarity prevents conflicts. Okay, so we've covered clear communication. But now for the flip side, the silence. That moment, the radio just dies. Radio failure. What's the game plan in, say, our Cessna?
Yeah, the dreaded lost comms. It's the scenario you hope never happens, but you have to be ready for. EASA Part-SERA lays out the procedure. It's BIR.14083 if you want the reference. But let's break down the practical steps.
Easier.
Okay, first thing. Maintain your last assigned speed and level, or the minimum flight altitude if higher. Keep that for 7 minutes.
7 minutes. Why specifically 7?
It seems like a long time to be silent, right?
Right.
But it gives ATC a predictable window. They know you should be maintaining that level for 7 minutes after the last acknowledged instruction, whether that was a vector, an altitude, a frequency change, or even just setting a squawk code they asked for.
Ah, so it's about predictability for them.
Exactly. It lets them start coordinating, planning around where you should be after those 7 minutes. Then you adjust your level and speed according to your filed flight plan.
Okay, so 7 minutes of holding steady, then follow the plan. What about the transponder?
Immediately squawk 7600. That's the universal I've lost comm signal. And you should try reestablishing contact. Try the last frequency, try the next expected one, even TriGuard 121.5. You keep trying.
Makes sense. Squawk, try, maintain, then proceed. What about arrival?
You proceed according to your filed flight plan route to the relevant navigation aid serving the destination aerodrome. Then you hold over that aid until the expected approach time you filed. Or, if you're past that time, you start your descent and approach right away based on your filed estimated arrival time.
So it all ties back to the flight plan you filed.
Precisely. That filed plan becomes the script everyone else expects you to follow when you're silent. The why behind all this is predictability, helping ATC avoid conflicts. How to remember it for the test in the skies. Practice it mentally. Keep a little lost comms checklist card handy in the cockpit. Always brief your expected routing and alternates properly before you even start the engine.
And you mentioned focusing on the practical sequence.
Yeah, don't get totally bogged down in every single subparagraph of the regulation for GA flying. Know the sequence. Squawk 7600, try reconnecting, maintain for 7 minutes, then follow the filed flight plan route and timings. That's the core safety loop.
So, wrapping this up, it seems mastering IFR comms isn't just one thing. It's understanding the clearances and knowing exactly what to do when you hear nothing at all. Both are critical for safety, for efficiency, just for being a competent IFR pilot.
Well, yeah.
Absolutely. It's about being prepared, predictable, and safe. And maybe that raises a final thought for everyone listening. How does really anticipating ATC's needs, understanding their procedures even when the radio is quiet, actually elevate your own airmanship and contribute to the safety of the whole system? Something to think about.